All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, first off, we give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
no honors unto the apostles of Word Millstone, the teacher will well, peace and blessings unto the elect. Our good brothers from the Word Millstone Dallas branch coming back at you with another Thursday night lesson. You know what I'm saying? As usual, as long as the Lord puts the Spirit on us to do so, you know what I'm saying? We're going to continue to do this. All right, come back at you every Thursday. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to touch, you know what I'm saying, basically on 2 Ezra chapter 5 for a little bit, and then we're going to go wherever the Spirit, you know what I'm saying, wants to go. You know what I'm saying? But these are, you know, basically putting in the mindset of our people, man, the terror of the Lord, man. Somebody write it right quick. By the terror of the Lord, we persuade, man, because this 2 Ezra chapter 5, you know what I'm saying, is going into the destruction, man. You see? You know what I'm saying? And that's the first thing, you know what I'm saying, that you learn in this truth is the fear of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing we all heard when we first heard the apostles, man. You see? We heard that we were Israelites, and then then we heard the fear of the message, man. You see? And like the scriptures say, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, man. You see? So everything starts, you know what I'm saying, with you fearing the Lord, man. You see? And that's something we're supposed to do is persuade, you know what I'm saying, our people by the terror of the Lord, man, because he's getting ready to bring something on the planet Earth that's never been seen before, man. You see, like it says in the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. All right. Like it says in Jeremiah chapter 30, the time of Jacob's trouble. Those are times that we're heading in right now that's going to be like never before, man. You see?
Yep, I got to appreciate you.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
This is 2 Ezra, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 11. It says, knowing therefore the terror.
Start at 10, bro.
Okay. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. It says, for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Hamashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he had done.
Yeah, so we all got to appear. We all, you know what I'm saying, headed in the time of judgment. The judgment, you know what I'm saying, it can be, you know, you can get judged righteously, or you can get judged, you know what I'm saying, wickedly, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, real quick, get Ecclesiastes 12 and the last two. What is it, 12 or 13? We're talking about this is the conclusion. The Lord is going to bring all the, you know what I'm saying, what the paraphrase.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, and verse 13. And it says, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai.
You see, that's the whole conclusion, like we said starting out, man. The fear of the Lord, man. You see? You going, bro?
And keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
Yeah, so this is our duty, man, to obey the Heavenly Father, man, to the best of our ability, man. You see, in our Lord Yahushua, his sacrifice, you know what I'm saying, it covers, you know what I'm saying, all right, our mess ups in the flesh, man. You see? Keep going up.
Verse 14. For the Most High, or Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, shall bring every work into judgment.
You see, how it's going to be brought into judgment? We all got to appear before the Lord, man. You see? Keep going up.
With every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Yeah, so whether it be good or whether it be evil. So you can get judged, you can get a righteous reward, or you can get you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Your reward in judgment can be salvation, or your reward in judgment can be getting put to death, man. You see, like the brother just read in 2 Corinthians, man. Keep going up. You got, go ahead.
This Proverbs chapter 11, verse 31. Behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth, much more the wicked and the sinner. So just going to what you was talking about, how the Lord, he's coming back to give everyone a reward, right? The righteous, they're going to receive that reward, which is the gift of everlasting life, having that first dominion with Yahweh Shai Mashiach, all right? And the wicked, all right, they're going to be, you know, rewarded with the second death, being scorched with fire, heavenly divine fire, that is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, go ahead, bro.
This is Hebrews 10 and 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. You know, that's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know, it's a fearful thing because, like Khan is going into, the Lord is going to bring judgment and vengeance upon the earth. And it's a fearful thing. Now, we have fear as men of the Lord. That's the first thing is getting the wisdom. We fear the Lord, and we know, the Lord, everyone is going to have to come to the judgment seat. So it's going to be a fearful thing. So the people that don't have fear now, they're going to have fear when the Lord when they actually see out the shot, you know, because that is actually coming. So we have that fear, and we're basically treading lightly and watching our steps, letting the Lord guide us through the Spirit for we can basically receive that mercy when he do bring forth their vengeance.
Go back to that one.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 11. It says, knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men.
Yeah, so we know the terror of the Lord. We know the Lord is the one who kills. You know what I'm saying? We know that the issues of death belong unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You see, we was once in the world and we didn't know these things, man. You see, but now we do. The Lord has woken us up to this truth. You know what I'm saying? Brought us, you know what I'm saying, to his fold under man. All right, the apostles of Great Millstone, the like-minded man on down. You know what I'm saying? Hearing this message, man, the Lord has, you know, that fear, that, like I said, going back, man, that fear is the first thing that you basically learn in the truth, man. That's the beginning of wisdom, man. You can't learn nothing about the Lord if you don't have that fear, man. You see? But going back into the point, that's why we here trying to persuade you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why we go out on the highways and byways, you know, to let you know what the Heavenly Father, the fear of the Heavenly Father, man. You see, that he's the one, you know, like it says in Amos, you know what I'm saying? Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? He's the one who's doing all these things, man. You see, Isaiah, Isaiah 45. You know what I'm saying? I created light and darkness. I you know, peace and evil. You see, the Lord is the one who's orchestrating everything that's happened on the planet Earth. All right, from a person being born to a person being put to death, man. All right. But like I said, we're gonna go into this Second Esdras chapter 5. You know what I'm saying? And because that's basically going into the times that we heading into, the time of destruction, man. You see? So we can just get straight to it, bro.
I got one real quick. This is Psalms 9:16. The Lord is known by his judgment, which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. And the word known is Yada, the Greek and the Hebrew, H3045. It says to know, to learn, to perceive, to discriminate. So the Lord started to, and then says to know by experience. So the Lord is not going to discriminate when he's passing out judgment. And you don't know, because it says, and they knew until the flood came, that's when they knew that, okay, damn, it's too late. So the Lord started ramping up the heat on everything that's happening on the planet, especially during the time of Jacob's trouble. You're going to know by experience that the men of the Lord was telling you the whole time to get right.
That's right. Mm-hmm. I got something to back that up real quick. It's Deuteronomy 10:17. It says, for the Lord your God is the God of gods and the Lord of lords in a great power, a mighty and a terrible, which regardeth not persons, nor taketh reward. You see? So like the elder was saying, man, the Lord don't care. The Lord is not impressed, you know what I'm saying, about anybody on the planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? They status in this place. Kobe Bryant, you know what I'm saying? These different celebrities, you know what I'm saying?
That was a female.
Yeah, that woman. You see, what is that? Ezekiel 9:4, man.
Yep.
The Lord is not a respecter of persons, man. He don't care who it is. You see, the Lord anybody can get that issue when it comes to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And that should put fear in you, man. You see, because what we're doing right now, it can ultimately lead unto salvation. All right, not only our salvation, but the salvation of our family, man.
Right.
You see, brothers who got women and children, you know what I'm saying? That can lead unto just like with Noah, man. You see, but it all goes back unto that fear, man. You gotta have that fear of the Lord, man. And like I said, we're about to go into this in Second Esdras chapter 5. You know what I'm saying? Read down a little bit, and then wherever the Spirit wants to go, it can go.
Can I read something real quick?
Yeah, it don't matter. I got it, bro.
Hey, this is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 16.
That's what I had.
Yep. This is 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 16. It says, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. Ooh. So if you're continuing in the things that you heard, especially if you've came into the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this, the scriptures under what Great Millstone, under the apostle elders of Great Millstone, you should actually take heed unto this, okay? Because what it can ultimately save you and those that hear you. Because what we don't just hear this just to keep it in and hide it under the bushel. We hear this, receive it, so that we can go out and teach. But we're not doing it for ourselves. We're doing it according to what the Lord told Ezekiel to warn them, so the blood be saved off or the blood be redeemed off of our hands, or taken off our hands, I should say. Okay, we're not doing this just to hear this. Okay.
If I can add, that's what makes this word, right, this truth so powerful, this knowledge so powerful, and because it comes straight from the heavens. Because you consider, knowledge that one may acquire, from going to a college or a cemetery school, as the beloved Elder Apostle Hart calls it, right? You know, these particular, you know, so-called theological schools, right? Whatever type of education formal education that you may get. Well, with that particular earthly and carnal knowledge, once you die, you just die with it. That's it. But with this knowledge, if you know, when you die, you seal your spirits, you see, for eternal life. And that's why Scripture speaks about receive the engrafted word, which is able to both to save your souls, man, with James the 1st chapter. So this knowledge is not, it's not to be compared with any other knowledge, pseudo knowledge or enlightenment of this world. You see, because this comes straight from the word of life himself, Yahweh Shai. 1 John, the 1st chapter, and the 2nd verse says that Yahweh Shai himself, he is life.
That's Wisdom of Solomon 3:11 in the GNT. It says, a man who has no use for wisdom or education has a miserable life in store for him. He has nothing to hope for. His labors are useless, and he will never accomplish anything worthwhile. You see, and you know that wisdom and that education that he's talking about is just knowledge, man. You see, because like the brother said, ultimately you go to Esau's college, you get all these master's degrees, these different bachelor degrees. Once you die, what is it? It's basically vanity, man.
Right.
You see, and at the end of the day, it's really not knowledge, man. It's really not wisdom. You see, that's why you had that one president say, man, I think it was it Roosevelt said a thorough knowledge of a thorough understanding of the Bible is better than a college education, man. Yeah. You see, these Edomites know, man. You see, they know that this is the true wisdom, man.
Right.
You see. But like it even says in the book of Sirach that Esau's wisdom, the knowledge of the wicked is truly not wisdom, roughly paraphrasing. You see? Brother?
No, I was just gonna say like Kanye West on one of his track, call him CDs still, but he had he was joking about it, like on the skit, you know, the skits they be having on their music. And he was talking about like the guy talking about, yeah, my degrees keep me warm.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he was like his son talking about, yeah, my dad, he died broke, you know what I'm saying, no money, but he had his degrees and I'm gonna hold on to him. That don't amount to anything. So that's Esau's wisdom for you to get a piece of paper that say, and you're not going to be in the future you say you're going to be in. Mm-hmm. You know, that's why, like I say, through the Spirit, the Lord put us, like you're supposed to go through your lineage and do like with your father, your father's father, and you basically carry that on. You know, but no, Esau wants you to go in, pay hundreds of thousands of dollars and then work at Walmart. You know, that's what he wants you to do.
Yeah, then you go, like you say, you spend all that money, you know what I'm saying, on this education to get a degree for a particular job. Then you go apply for the job and it says you got to have at least 3 years experience. You see how that shit is a fucking trap, man? Yeah. You see? It's just you see that shit fucked up, man. Yeah. This place is wicked. This place is wicked. Everything about Babylon the Great is wicked, man. And that's why the Lord is going to judge it the way he's going to judge it, man.
That's right.
You see? Go ahead, bro.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9 and verse 6. For though a man be never so perfect among the children of men, yet if thy wisdom be not with him, he shall be nothing regarded. Mm-hmm. You see, because Scripture says in 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness. So as the priest was just, that was Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 6.
All right, I'm gonna read that.
Okay, as the priest was just, beautifully, breaking down, right, how the wisdom of this world, right, is foolishness with the Lord, man. You see, but we need that wisdom that comes from the right hand side of Yahweh Bashmal Shah. You see, that's how he, that's how we're gonna be delivered, man. You see, if you don't have that right hand of wisdom, if you don't have the wisdom from Yahweh Shah himself, well, you're gonna be nothing regarded, and the Lord's about to treat these people as nothing regarded. That's why he speaks about in Jeremiah 16 how they're gonna be scattered from one end of the earth like the dung, man. You see, because they didn't have that breath, they didn't have the wisdom. That's what separates the sons of the Most High from all of the nations is the breath.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what do you say you was at?
Wisdom of Solomon 9 and 6.
6. All right, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 9. All right, in verse 6 in the GNT, it says, even if someone is perfect, he will be thought of as nothing without wisdom that comes from you.
That's it, man. Yeah, because you got a lot of cats, they pose or deem themselves, or they may be deemed as in the public's eyes, right, as perfect. Some of your top-notch, so-called scholars of this world are the top-notch scientists. They can break down the cell, all right, the mitochondria, the DNA and all those things. But guess what? If you don't have the wisdom of the script of these scriptures, man, well, the Lord looks at you as nothing, man. You see, and as the brother was going into earlier, the root of that wisdom is what? The fear of the Lord.
That's right. So we can get up in the 2 Ezra chapter 5.
It's 2 Ezra 5 from the top. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number.
Yeah, we close to that time, man. You see, and this is going into the time where it's going to be massive judgment taking place on the planet Earth. Like I said, upon the earth shall be taken in great number. You can read about that in Psalms 91. Yep. You see, then there shall be 1,000 shall fall at thy left, on one side, and 10,000 at thy right. Roughly paraphrasing, man. That's massive judgment, man. You see, scriptures talk about that, and it compares it. You know what I'm saying? And it's so 2 Ezra chapter 9 about them that gonna be saved versus them that's gonna perish, man. Right. It compares from a wave, a drop to a wave, man. Showing you that that's a great number that it's going into, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the time that we getting ready to head into right now in these times, man. You see? Keep going, bro. And they said that tokens, these are the signs, man. You see, Yahweh gave us signs of the time, you know what I'm saying, at the end times will be taking place on the planet Earth, man. You see? Keep going up.
2 Ezra 5 from the top again. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden.
Yeah, the way of truth shall be hidden, man. Because real soon you're not gonna be able to get on YouTube and watch lives, man. Right. You're not gonna see the men of the Lord on the highways and byways, man. Amos, somebody grab Amos real quick, Amos 8. The famine of the word is approaching, man. You see, the famine of the word is approaching right now. You can tell by the legislations that they passing right now. They're trying to take away free speech, man. You see, and once the famine of the words takes place, that's basically the doors. That's basically Yahweh Shem Yahushua closing the doors of the ark, man. You see, then it's gonna be your ass gonna get flooded. You're gonna be caught out there, man. You see, and if you're not inside that secret place, if you're not inside this sanctuary, man, then you ain't gonna have no hope, man. You see, that's why the brother gonna read in this next at the end of this verse, it's gonna say basically the land was barren of faith, man. All right.
Was that Amos?
Yeah, come, brother. Amos 8.
Amos 8 and 14. Behold, the days come, said the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
Yeah, you see? So there's going to be a famine of the word, man. You see? And you best believe when all this judgment comes and people are dying by the thousands and the hundreds of thousands, these people are going to be looking for answers, man. You see? But it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late because truth is going to be hidden, man. You see? The Lord is going to withdraw his man and he's going to, hey, you're not going to be able to get this bread, man. You see? You ain't going to be able to get this manna. You're not going to be able to get the word of the Lord. And if you caught out there, then you're going to be totally through, man. And that should put fear in you right now. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you stumbled across this video, it's your first time hearing this, it should put fear in you, man. That's right. You see? That what's getting ready to take place on the planet Earth is going to trump everything that happened in the past, man. Going all the way back until the flood. You see, and we know how powerful that destruction was because it completely split the land, man. You see, the land was once together known as Pangea, man, but that flood broke the land up to the continents how they are today, man. Exactly. You see, separated. You see, and this second death is going to be just as destructive, man. You know.
If I can add, because you guys said, hey, if this is your first time hearing this, should bring fear in you. Well, if I can add, even if this is your 100th time hearing it, this should still bring fear in you. Yeah. Because one thing with our people, man, they get desensitized, with, particular prophecies, such as the ICBM missiles, because we talk about it all the time. They get desensitized from the very fact that 200 million missile warheads are going to pelt this land that we're currently walking on every day. That's why you got to truly believe these words. You got to believe these prophecies, man. If not, you're going to get desensitized to when we speak about famine, when we speak about race wars, when we speak about these particular spirits made for vengeance, man. All right, that's why only the elect is going to get this. The elect, they're just like Noah, like you had read about earlier. How Noah moved with fear. Noah didn't get desensitized. For 120 years, he moved with that same fear from day one that he heard it, man. So whether this your first day of hearing it or if you've been in the truth 10 plus years, that same fear should still be inside of us, man. That's what the Lord is looking at, how we moving. And we should be moving through that confident fear in Yahweh Shema Shah. Don't get desensitized because this day is surely coming, man.
Can I bring up that word token?
Go ahead.
This is token in etymology. It says, English says a sign, symbol, evidence, portent. All right, and this, like I say, so this token that the Lord is showing us is a sign. We're seeing these signs that are developing today. All right, so that's why it says it's a token. When you go into Matthew 24, it says it's going to be great tribulation. Basically, things that haven't been seen since the beginning of time. You know, so we're starting to see these things happen. So what do you think coming next? All right, when you read in 2 Ezra 9, it says the Lord is we're measuring the time by what? By these tokens and these signs. We're seeing that the Lord is starting to visit the earth which He made. Now the Lord, what He say He's going to come back doing? Did He say He's going to come back and just say, okay, I'm going to go and give flowers to everyone? No, He said He's going to bring back vengeance, recompense, all right, death and destruction. And like I said, it's only going to be the elect who's going to be delivered out of these things that are about to come forth. So these signs, we're supposed to be hearkening and paying attention and getting our house in order. So we don't, the Lord is going to bring forth, well, we know He's going to bring forth mass destruction. And we know by the tokens and the signs, all right, the evidence is, you know, and what is that going to Hebrews 11? The things that we hope for are things that are unseen. These are evidence of things we haven't seen. When we hope for the destruction to come, we hope for deliverance. And we know the Lord is going to have mercy and deliver the elect of the nation of Israel.
That's why the Lord, real quick, my Lord said right here in Matthew 24 and 32, going to the parable of the fig tree. Now, learning the parable of the fig tree, when its branches is yet tender and putting forth leaves, you know that summer is not. It's a simple thing. Like you see plums, apple trees, whatever. Like when the wintertime, the leaves fall off the tree, you know it's winter, right? When it's springtime, you know the flowers, the trees start to bud again. So the same thing happened with prophecy. The brother showing the Lord, He's showing you through these signs, man, with prophecy. And it says, so likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, all the things that's happening in the earth according to prophecy. Uproars of the people, economies started rising, food started getting high, gas prices up and down, the ways of the people, the mindset of the people, the sin in the earth. You can tell that like a fig tree is budding, that summer is not. Well, keep living life and all this shit that's happening on the planet, you know the Lord is near. It's the same thing, man. So likewise, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the door, meaning Yahweh Shah is way coming back, man. Because like the brother's going into the tokens and signs, it what tells you this. And like the time when Yahweh Shah had died and rose on the third day, and it says suddenly He appeared. That goes to the thief of the night. Because the Lord is going to suddenly appear again upon you people, man. You got it up.
Hey, I got one. It's in 2 Ezra chapter 2 and verse 13. It says, go and ye shall receive. Pray. Well, I should say, it's the angel Uriel telling the prophet Ezra, okay, in the Apocrypha. All right. It says, verse 13, 2 Ezra 2:13. It says, go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch, right? Because the kingdom already prepared, like everything's already written. Okay, our lives are already written, our destiny is already. It says Yahweh Shah is what? The author and finisher of our faith. But we should be praying for a few days here. Okay, we see how things just meshing together, like the elder and the priest just said, like, hey, everything meshing together fine, like a fig tree and these seasons, man. Okay, hey, Yahweh Shah said, you know, hey, you can tell when the seasons are. You should tell when, you know, the end of the world is too, according to Matthew 16. And we can tell that the end of the end of this world is approaching fast, and we should pray for it, man, as being prophets, okay, as being servants of the Lord that He revealed the secrets to. We should know that this is pretty much the end of this place, man. You know, and we're great in it. We're rejoicing in it. You know, we're glad that this place is about to fall. Okay, because that means that our people gonna be great again. Okay, our women gonna be in order again. Our children, they can go outside and play again. Like, there's so much stuff that as an Israelite man, you have waiting on the other side for you to rejoice in. It should be nowhere in hell you should be happy with the current state of society. You know, if you are, and the angel just done blocked your mind, and you just, you know, you bugged out, and you're a part of that 2/3 part that gotta just get that destruction right now, you know.
Because if I can add, because the elder and the brother just going into the token right that Yahweh Shah mentioned in Matthew 24 chapter about the fig tree. Well, the Lord also likens His word as into, or He likens His prophecies coming into effect like a almond tree. So this is Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 11. He says, "Moreover, I'm getting an NLT. Then the Lord said unto me, Look, Jeremiah, what do you see? And I replied, I see a branch from an almond tree. And the Lord said, That's right. And it means that I am watching and I will certainly carry out all my plans." And you got to ask now, why did the Lord, mention an almond tree? Because when you go into it, an almond tree, they're the very first, vegetation that starts to bud in the beginning of the year. Well, before the beginning of the year, the almond tree, they start to bud, in the middle of January. You see, and we know that at the beginning of the year, it's in the month of Abib, which is our modern, time, March, which, we're about to approach it like the next week or two. But nonetheless, the Lord likened his word into an almond tree because he's ready to bring it to pass. He's hastening His word. You see, just like the almond tree is the first to bud. So that should give us, confident hope, right? And to rejoice knowing that the Lord, He's ready for this shit to be wrapped up, man. All right. But He understands that, well, the Lord, He works within His own boundaries, if you will. He dispensed, each, a time allotment for each, heathen nation to rule. And He's already given Esau particular bounds. And he said He's not going to move nor stir those times until it's time for it to be ended. But we see that those times are already moved and stirred, man, with these particular tokens like the brother's going into.
Yep.
Kind of 2nd Ezra 5 from the top. "Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth
Hey,
shall."
Rick, can you write at Matthew 24, bro?
Yeah.
Let's go into some of them tokens, man. You know what I'm saying? About the sign, then we'll jump back, bro.
Okay.
Because it's happening right now. What the brother's about to read is all these stuff is happening right now, which, like you said, you know what I'm saying, with the almond tree, you know what I'm saying? You so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, you should, you can discern all these other particular things, but you can't tell what time you in. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand that you at the end. Our people, like the brother said, our people been so desensitized to it, man. And ultimately, Jake, it goes into show that Jake don't have patience, man. They tired of waiting on the Lord. They ain't got no damn patience, man. You see? When you come into this truth, man, it's a waiting game, man. You see, it's not a sprint. It ain't gonna happen on your time.
Right.
You see, it's all about Yahweh Shem Shah, man. We gotta fit ourselves inside His word. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We can't do. You know what I'm saying? Everything don't fucking revolve around us, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the Lord and what these scriptures say, man. You know what I'm saying? And so if we have to wait, then we just fucking gotta wait, man. But the elect is gonna wait at the end of the day, and whoever ain't a part of the elect is gonna eventually get weeded out, man.
Right.
Yeah, they're gonna lose patience, man. But go ahead, bro.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 6. It says, "And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet."
Yeah, these are signs, man. You see, the niggas say, we'll be hearing that since 2001, wars and rumors of wars. They've been fighting in Iraq, and the niggas just you know what I'm saying, just desensitized to it, man. You see, they don't, but it goes back until they haven't been given the eyes, man.
Right.
You see, the Lord has to put this spirit on you for you to want to pay attention, bro, for you to actually see it, man.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't nothing that we brothers are doing. It's all the spirit of the Lord. That's why you should every day pray the Lord to not take His spirit away from you, man.
That's right. I was just gonna say this also is that can be a stumbling block too. The Lord set up for men that came in and fell out. Because like I said, they it's been going on. I've been hearing this for 10, 15, 20 years. Next thing you know, they basically back into the world, And what the Lord said, woe to them that has lost patience. So if you don't lost patience to this thing, that's what the Lord put the spirit on you to basically to see if you were gonna get worn down. So you don't lost patience because you've been hearing wars and rumors of wars, and this is all I've been hearing all this time. I could have been making money. Nobody said it's gonna go ahead and make money. Hey, do what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? To get through these times, get through this world. But the Lord said, "Hey, don't lose patience." That's a big thing. You're supposed to constantly endure in this truth we have, this walk we're doing, we're going through.
If I can add and fall in love with the process too. You know, because although, you know, we be hastening the day of the Lord, but hey, at the end of the day, we want to be quite frank. We're not ready yet. That's why we haven't been delivered yet. You know, because the elect is still being groomed. We're still, what was that, James the 5th chapter, for the husband wait of long, with long patience for the fruit of the earth to be ripe, man.
Right.
The Lord is ready to receive his sons, but he knows that we're still being cultivated. All right, but we should fall in love with the process, growing every day, you know, growing more and more in our knowledge of, you know, our power, right? And growing more in grace, growing more in the brotherhood, you see, you know, having a better understanding of what this thing is truly about, you know, because when it comes, hey, it ain't no reversing it, man. Once those angels let go of these winds. I got a quick one for you, bro.
Go ahead, though.
Romans 2:4 in the NLT. Don't you see how wonderfully kind, tolerant, and patient the Most High is with you? Does this mean nothing to you? See, but Jake uses the kindness of the Lord and his patience as weakness, and they're desensitized by the Lord's threats. So it says, does this mean nothing to you? Can't you see that his kindness is intended to turn you from your sin? But because you were stubborn and refused to turn from your sin, you are storing up terrible punishment for yourself. So you playing yourself at the end of the day.
Right.
You think you playing the Lord, you getting back on the Lord, you know, you taking too long, I'm gonna start back sinning, I'm gonna commit adultery, I'm gonna smoke my blunt again. Bro, you playing yourself. We just read it. He said you were storing up terrible punishment for yourself. For a day of anger is coming when the Most High's righteous judgment will be revealed. And that's all that's needed. It's just one day.
Yep.
1 day and 1 hour, this place is going to be judged. You see? So that's all I want to do.
So, back in Matthew 24. Let's back in Matthew 24, and I started verse 6 again. It says, "And ye shall have wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow." Like I said, hey, all these things are beginning of sorrow. That when you look at the beginning of 2024, you had all these things that happened within probably five or 6 days. You had earthquakes, all right. You had wars popping off. You had I'm trying to think what else happened in the beginning of 2024. There was a lot of things that was happening, and you see it now. You see all these big fires coming up. You know, we had a record fire here in Texas. All these things that are happening, and we ain't even made it to, like I say, to the new year yet. You know, to, like I said, to March. We ain't even made it yet. We at the cusp of it, and you got to think every year after the Passover, things ramp up, and things already are ramped up in 2024. So just imagine after the Passover what we're about to see. All right.
Yep, and the Lord been going hard, like you said, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And Jake still don't realize, man. You see, Jake still ain't getting it, man.
Nope.
You know. So let's go back to that. Let's go back to that second entrance, bro.
God.
Did you want that John? Talking about suddenly.
Talking
about y'all. Okay, good.
You want John 20?
Oh yeah, John 20 and 19. It was in the NLT.
Oh.
John 20 and 19. That Sunday evening, the disciples were meeting behind locked doors because they were afraid of the Jewish leaders. Suddenly, Yahushua was standing there among them. "Peace be unto you," he said.
That's the thief in the night, man.
Yep.
Yep.
Because he'll suddenly appear to them. They're like, "Oh, where he going?" Oh, he said, one day he just appeared.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he gonna come.
Yep. You know, and that's gonna tie right into what we read in 2nd Ezra chapter 5. Is when the brothers continue to read down, it's gonna say this destruction is gonna come up basically suddenly, man. You see? But go ahead, bro.
God, 2nd Ezra chapter 5 from the top again. "Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith."
Yeah, because when this stuff start to take place, man, it's going these people are going, like Yahushua said, shall the Son of Man come? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah, grab that, bro.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 18, and verse 7. "And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?
You see? So that's how bad it's gonna be, man. So these people who claiming that they believe in a higher power, they're gonna abandon that so-called faith that they have, man. You see? Well, real quick, I got one. Luke 21 and verse 25, it says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. Going back to like the brother was saying, that token, man. You see them signs, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the seas and waves roaring. Now, when you get that word perplexity, real quick.
Strong's G 640. Aparia.
All right, it says a state of perplexity, but when you go into the root word, it says to be without resources, because that's how it's going to be, man. Because before the actual destruction comes, before Babylon the Great is burnt with fire, they're going to be famine, all right, and death, like it says, what is it, Jeremiah 51? My brother can hold that, Jeremiah 51 too. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be plagues that hit this place before that, man. You see, they're going to be famine. You know what I'm saying? That's how those 1,000, that's going to be a part of those 10,000 on one side and 1,000 on the left.
Yeah.
That's going to be a part of those great numbers. But ultimately, that it's going to come, that great number is going to come from what? Those thermonuclear missiles, man. You see? But it says to be without resources. It says to be in straits, to be left wanting, to be embarrassed, to be in doubt, not to know what way to turn. And that's why the land is going to be barren of faith, because these people are not going to understand what's going on.
Right.
You see, they've been thinking that peace and safety. You know what I'm saying? They've been believing in these particular leaders that's on their news channels. You know what I'm saying? That they pastor is telling them everything is going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get to the point to where they're not going to have the answers why these particular things are taking place on the planet Earth, man. And people are going to be wandering to and fro, like the elder had read in Amos chapter 8. You know what I'm saying? It says when you read it, it said they're gonna wander from the west to the, roughly paraphrasing. They're gonna wander to and fro trying to find the word of the Lord, man. And they're not gonna be able to find it. You got something?
Isaiah 33 and 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation.
Yeah, but the man of the Lord are gonna be hidden. You see, truth is gonna be hidden, like we read in 2 Ezra chapter 5. During that time, it's gonna be too late. Those are those doors of the ark being closed. You see. Then your ass, it ain't gonna be no, it ain't gonna be no. Let me come on. What you say his name was? Ain't gonna be no trying to. You're not gonna be able to find him, but the Lord is gonna conceal this man. Ultimately, they're gonna be concealed. The elect is gonna be concealed up in that chariot, man. You see, before that final destruction. You see.
And look how spiritual this is. The Lord always is raining right now.
Yeah.
This should put you in a reminder of, damn, the Lord did flood the earth. This is a warning. This is a constant reminder. Every time I get a rain now, bro, it fucks me up.
I was all thinking that too today when I got to the crib.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man. So and then what we doing now? We sitting with the Lord now.
Yeah.
And I'm chill. And now it's raining.
Yeah.
Other people out here doing whatever they're doing. Oh, it's just raining, girl, boy, whatever. They doing what they do. But we're in the house of the Lord right now.
Man.
And now it's raining outside. We in the ark. We're in the spiritual ark right now.
Yeah.
Damn, boy, everything. That's crazy. Floppy, bro. I got to about this.
How many you got?
My bad. Zephaniah 2 and 1. This for you, Zephaniah 2 and 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired, before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
Yeah. Constantly saying before.
Said that about 5
Yeah.
times.
Yeah. 5, like the elder said, about 4 or 5 times, man. Constantly, what is it? Ecclesiastes 2 would say, remember the Lord in the day of thy youth.
Yeah.
You see, before the evil day come, you see, to let you know once the evil day come, it's gonna be too late. Then your ass is it's gonna be Proverbs 1:21 on down on you. You're gonna be getting judged, and the Lord is gonna laugh at your calamity, man. You know?
The Lord is all about proactiveness, man. See, Jake, cause you niggas, you got a bad stigma on you, man. You know, you even rephrase time, right? People know nigga time as CPD, colored people time, or CPT. You know, but hey, this is something that you cannot procrastinate with, man. Right? These prophecies keep you in a proactive mindset. Pro means before, active means you working, man. You working before shit hits the fan, just like Noah. Noah was proactive. That's a sign of a real man. You see, because all these alpha men, you know, these red pill communities, man. Hey, listen, no, you're not. A true alpha man, he's proactive. And the best way to be proactive, you get your ass inside the spiritual ark, man, and you continue to work, right? Be occupied until he comes, man.
Yeah. Hey, because a lot of these dudes who claim themselves to be alpha in this world can't do what we doing, man. You see, they can't go out on the highways and byways and preach. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because they care about what the world thinks about, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't be weak out on the highways and byways, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some sort of man, you know, it's cojones to you, man, to do what we do, to go out on the highways and byways and risk your life. These dudes are not willing to do. That's why this job is not for everybody, man. Right. You see, we being enlisted in the army of the Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You see,
fighting demons.
Yeah,
they don't fight demons.
Nah, you know, real shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes. That's why we have much respect for the apostles and the elders. You know what I'm saying? The bishops. Look how long they've been doing that, man. And it's level to this truth, man. You see, brothers like us, we all deal with demons, but as the level that the apostles them on, they dealing with higher demons. We wouldn't stand a chance against, man. You see, these men are still sane in their mind and doing the work, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy how you niggas don't have respect for these men. You see, and the labors that they've been putting in. Because if it wasn't for them, we was left to these other leaders. We'll be just pray for the fucking wolves, man. Niggas quitting. Well, I just want to tell you, this is gonna be my last podcast.
I know, right?
Niggas, man, you just abandoning the damn flock, man.
Yeah.
You see, we'll be through if it weren't for the men of the apostles of Great Millstone and the bishops on down, man. You see, they've been toiling for years, man. You know. But let's go back to that. Let's go back to that. Amos, that second half. You had something, bro?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For you. This is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 15. And I will give you pastors and I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, going into the apostles, man, because that's ultimately who the Lord set up in the spirit, man. You see, even though these dudes bugging you have like Sakari, you know, them niggas mad. You can't. That's just the order that the Lord set up, man. That means you mad at the will of the Lord, man. You see, ultimately. And that's why these dudes is, man, it's going to be the year that the Lord, like the brother said, the Passover is coming up. Right. After the Passover, the Lord be working. He already working right now, and these niggas still have no fear, man. These niggas is still talking shit, man. But don't worry, because the Lord is he's about to, going back to what we reading this in 2nd Esdras 5, man, a lot of people about to be taken in great numbers. There's going to be a lot of you niggas that know you Israelites, man. Let's go back, bro.
You want me to get verse 2 in the G?
As a matter of fact, let me finish this, bro. Going back to that Luke 21, to that word perplexity. All right, it says to be at a loss with oneself, to be in doubt, not to know how to decide or what to do. You see, so when the Lord brings these particular plagues and this famine upon the planet Earth, this judgment, these wars, you know what I'm saying? This wars intensifying, this civil war that's gonna break loose over here in America, especially over here in America, man, because these people. Everything is happening with the shit that's happening down there in Haiti right now. Right. You see, Jake, bro, a nigga don't know nothing about that, bro. Right. You see what's going on in Haiti? What's going on? Nigga don't know nothing, bro. Because they don't think nothing. They in the same mindset of Esau, Psalm 49 and 11, thinking this place is gonna continue on forever. Yep. You see, they thinking this shit ain't nothing gonna ever happen to great old good America, man. You see, but they sadly mistaken, man. And we reading it right here in 2nd Esdras chapter 5, man. You know,
not in New York. Well, their troops go now. They got there's like 1,000 troops and 1,000 cops now out with the big rifles at the like showing them, man. Yeah, that's it. You got none of that.
That's Esau setting up his plan, like you said, because things gonna happen here where people's not gonna be comfortable. You know, like you said, they're setting up. That's why, like you said, he had so many people to migrate over here. They said he got at some point they was flying people over here. Mm-hmm. You know, and like you said, a lot of them was what. Men of age, military age. So they're setting up for a great insurrection. They're setting up for all these things that's about to happen in the streets. Civil unrest. And what the Lord says is going to happen before his return is going to be all that civil unrest. Isaiah 19 is going to be the Egyptian against the Egyptian. We already see that's culminating. Now they got this deal coming up with the president election with old Trump. You know, hey, some people say they ain't gonna back down this time.
The militias.
Yep. You know how long they've been preparing?
Proud boys.
They ain't proud boys. Yeah, they anxious. Shit. I'm tired of shooting at these damn cans. They want the real thing.
Yeah.
And one of those camouflage companies, Masio, you know, the one that be making t-shirts and, you know, the camo t-shirts and shit.
Yeah.
They got a slogan. It's called the slogan is if it's brown, it's down.
Damn.
You know, they act like they talking about deer.
Nah.
You know, but you know what they talking about. If it's brown, it's down. Like meaning it's on site. You know, that's a slogan from an actual, you know, Masio, you know, from an actual camouflage company.
All right, we can
And with all that Jake playing, man, you know,
Yep.
like if I can get this real quick up, because you mentioned that how these you know they not fearing, man. You know what I'm saying? With all this stuff happening, all these prophecies popping off, all these things in their face. You know, of course we understand Isaiah 69 is in place. You know, the majority of our people can't see it. You know, although they look and they can't perceive, and all that, although they're hearing. You know, the men of the Lord every day we're out here. You know, week in, week out. You know what I'm saying? And they can't understand, but you know, those that's in the know, you know what I'm saying, like the brother mentioned Sakari, you know, and they out here with no fear, man. So I want to get this real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 22. And it reads, "Fear ye not me, said Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree." You know, yeah, that's why, you know, and I make this point all the time. You know, I'll you know, ask the person like, you know, you see this big ass body of water, big body of water just out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, what's stopping that water from just coming in and just taking everything out? That's that perpetual decree. You know, the Lord set that bounds, you know, every now and then he'll lift that bad boy and that water crash on up and take things out. You know what I'm saying? But that perpetual decree proves the Lord, man. It says that it cannot pass it. And though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet can they not prevail. Though they roar, yet can they not pass over it. But this people, talking about Jake, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negro descent, have a revolting and rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone, man. So Jake is, at the end of the day, the Lord is saying, y'all finished, man. So if you're through, what else can the Lord do but destroy you, man? You know what I'm saying? A rabid dog has to be put down. Jake is like a rabid dog out here, man. You know what I'm saying? And they have to be put down. So at the end of the day, the Lord is telling you you're rebellious, you're gone. So he just got to take you out, man. You know?
All right, going back to that Luke 21 and verse, I read 25 again. It says, "There shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nation with perplexity, the seas and waves warring, man's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which come on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken." You see, going back into what the brother had read in second Ezra chapter 5 about the land being barren of faith, man. Man's heart failing them for fear about what's taking place on the planet Earth, man. You see, and during that time, ain't nobody gonna have the answers, man. And the man that do have the answers, all right, and those believers, the Lord is gonna seal up, man. All right, he's gonna conceal it. They're not gonna be able to find it. You see, they're not gonna be able to get the word, man. You see, because that's ultimately that grace period being shut, man. You see, but we don't go back, brother. I got nothing. We can go back, bro.
Can I next one, G&T?
Sure, bro.
Second Ezra 5 and 2 in the G&T. It says, "Wickedness will increase until it has become worse than you have ever known it to be."
Yeah, man. See, so wickedness is going to increase more. You reading the KJV too, bro?
Wisdom, so like Second Ezra 5 and 2 in the KJV. "But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago."
Yeah. So the angel was telling Ezra, look, it's gonna be worse than what you see now, and what you seen in the past, man. How much more in these times? You know what I'm saying? This transatlantic slave trade, and Ezra didn't see that, man. You see, we now in these times, look at all the stuff that happened. You know what I'm saying? From now all the way back then, bro, all the way going back onto the flood, man. It was more atrocities that take place and more horrible times on the planet Earth that took place, man. And it said the wickedness, it has to increase more, man. More has to happen, all right, to fulfill the prophecy of Babylon's sins stacking up to heaven, man. You see? You want?
If I can add, because as you was just saying, you know how the angel Uriel was telling the prophet Ezra, you know, iniquity is going to increase above than what you have seen, right, or even heard of, because when this vision was given unto him, the Persians, they were in rulership. The Edomites, they didn't come in rulership yet. You had a few, maybe like, I don't know how many years later, right after, this vision was given to him until, Esau came into power as the Greeks. But you read First Maccabees, the first chapter, when the Edomites came into power, what does Scripture say? For many great evils multiplied in the earth. So Esau brought that forth to pass, man. You see, because no other heathen nation did nearly as much wickedness as this damn devil has, man. You see, you go during the time of the book of Esther, all right, the Persian king. He promoted family structure. He promoted women obeying their husbands, man. After Queen Vashti did what she did unto him, all right, by refusing to come to the throne whenever he summoned her. And so he put out a decree in his whole realm, like, listen, we're gonna squash this shit right now. Any woman that don't obey her man, she's gonna be punished. But Esau, what did he do? He gave the women liberty, right? He set children over the positions of men and all these. He just turned everything upside down, the Scripture says, man. So Esau, he's the one that the Lord put in power to push forth, right, the end. That's why he's known as the end.
Got some saying there in chapter 4. All right, in verse 28, it says, "But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down," it says, "in the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good." I mean, the kingdom of heaven, man. You see? So all like the brother was reading in second Ezra chapter 5, we have to see more wickedness, you know what I'm saying, take place on the planet Earth, man. It says, verse 30, it says, "For the grain of evil seed have been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness hath it brought up unto this time, and how much shall it yet bring forth unto the time of the threshing come? Ponder now by thyself how great fruit of wickedness the grain of evil have brought forth. For when the ears shall be cut down, which are without number, how great a floor shall they feel?" You see, that's how terrible the destruction gonna be, man. You see, all this wickedness is gonna be just like it says, 2 Ezra chapter 15. Wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man.
Right.
It's gonna be to the point to where that's why this destruction is gonna be so great. That's why it's likened this final destruction until the second death, man. You see, that's how like I said, destructive it's gonna be, man. All right. Go back.
And if I can add, okay.
No, go ahead.
Now I'm just going to add to that point, because when you read in Malachi, the first chapter, it tells you in verse 4 that Esau, Edom, is the border of wickedness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So him being the border of wickedness, hey, that wickedness is going to increase, man. That means wherever this dude goes, he sets up and establishes and pushes forth wickedness, man. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? And as a matter of fact, when you read in Proverbs 16:4, the Lord created all things to himself, yea, the wicked for the day of evil, man. You know what I'm saying? So those evils are coming at the hand of the wicked, man. These very Edomites, those same people, which are the Lord's sword at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to add that. You got it.
Yeah, it's kind of long. It was going to how this city, because this is a great city that's about to be destroyed. The Lord's going to put his hand upon America, Babylon the Great, the whole world in general, but Babylon the Great is going to be a point of desolate, be destroyed. And the Lord have prepared, like you say, all this time, preachers going into about Esau rulership. Esau has ruled amongst, the heathen nations for years and years and years. Everybody had a part of their, part of their, their reign. You had, like you say, going from the Babylonians, the Persians. You know what I'm saying? Then what you get into? After the Persians, you get right into Esau rulership. From that time all the way up to now. So the Lord has let Esau's sin reach all the way up to heaven. Because he gave him the dew of the earth. Going back into the time of Jacob and Esau. He had a time period that he was going to rule, but he was going to have the dew of the earth, so he was going to rule the whole world. What rulership or what nation has ruled the whole world? That was Esau Edom. And he likened them to the Assyrian. He likened them to the Egyptians. He likened to all these great nations rolled into one. I'm pull this is Zephaniah 2:13. I'm reading the NLT. He said, "And the Lord will strike the land of the north with his fist, destroying the land of Assyria. He will make its great capital Nineveh a desolate wasteland, parched like a desert. The proud city will become a pasture of flocks and herds, and all sorts of wild animals will settle there. Their desert owl and screech owls will roost on its ruined columns. Their calls echoing through the gaping windows. Rubble will block all the doorways, and the cedar paneling will be exposed to the weather. This is a boisterous city, once so secure. And we can see, like I say, Babylon the Great. This is a boisterous city. You know, you have, like I say, you had your president said that this is not the greatest city of the greatest country of, you know, of this time. This is the greatest country in history. You know, and even like, especially when D. Trump was in there, he was very boisterous. You know, this is a city of a boisterous city. All right, the greatest city, greatest country, the greatest empire in history. It says, there is a boisterous city, once so secure. I am the greatest. It boasted, no other city can compare with me. You know, now, but now look how it become an utter ruin, a haven of wild animals. Everyone passing by will laugh in derision and shake a defiant fist. Hey, and if you think about what city you're talking about, who has the most dominant military in history? It's America. So this is the Lord have raised this land up in this great city, this great empire up so high. So he's gonna so he can show his power, just like the time of Nebuchadnezzar, during the time of Pharaoh. This is the modern day Pharaoh. All right, and the Lord's gonna bring this place down with a mighty hand, a mighty fist.
If I can add, because right, Assyria, right, is still inhabited. You know, because it mentioned, you know, how it's going to have the owl and screech there and all that. Well, the Lord did judge Assyria, ancient Assyria, you know, by the hands of, you know, Egypt and Babylon, right, the Neo-Babylonian Empire, you know, by Nebuchadnezzar and them, but, all right, but it was still inhabited, you know what I mean? So that's how you know, because the same description of it being desolate, that's the same description that links up with Revelation 18 chapter, Babylon the Great, Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51. See? And it also spoke about it being boisterous.
Yep.
You see, it makes no sense for America to be boisterous when it is known as that city without walls. Like, how are you a city without walls, but you prideful?
Right.
You see? But
Go back to that.
Second Esdras.
Mm-hmm.
Second Esdras chapter 5 and 2.
Yeah, you read to it.
It says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 3, and the land that thou seest now to have root shall thou see wasted away.
It said suddenly, right?
Oh, slightly. Second Esdras 5 and 3, and the land that thou seest now to have root shalt thou see wasted suddenly.
Yeah, man, and we know that land to be what? Babylon the Great, man. The brother get Jeremiah 51, the brother quoted Jeremiah 51, brother get Revelation 18, man. You see? Because this place is gonna happen, you know, it's gonna follow suddenly, man. You see, that's why Yahweh Shai said himself, man. I have seen Satan as lightning fall from heaven, man. You see, well, brother, grab that too. What is it? Luke 10, bro. You know what I'm saying? Our brother got that Jeremiah. You started 6.
Okay. This is Jeremiah 51 and 6. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense.
Yeah, keep going.
Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah, going like he was going into, bro. It was boasting. It was, you know what I'm saying? I'm the greatest. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord set it up to be that way, man. You see? To make the destruction even greater, man. You see? But it said, read that next verse, bro. And that's how you know, that's how we know that what we read in Second Esdras is talking about Babylon the Great, man.
Right. This is Jeremiah 51 and 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
You see, it's suddenly falling. Read that read that one more time, bro.
Can I get into the G and T? You
read
read
that one more time.
Okay. Second Esdras 5 and 3. It says, and the land that thou seest now to have root shalt thou see wasted suddenly.
Yeah, okay, that's all. GNT.
Second Ezra 5 and 3 in the GNT. The country that you now see ruling the world will lie in ruins.
You see, that's talking about Babylon the Great, man. You see, like the brother just read it real quick. The Revelation 18. Revelation Revelation 18 and
Four.
yeah, jump down, yeah.
Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues."
Yeah, this is going into the actual deliverance, man. You see coming out of her, that you know what I'm saying, it being beamed up into the chariots, man.
Right.
Like, yeah, you could have started up Elder Salaki.
That's good.
When you read up, that's going into the destruction of Babylon, man. You see, because that's why I said Babylon had fallen. You see, so that's going into the destruction. But keep going up.
Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she filled to her double.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's gonna be them sins are gonna be stacked up to heaven, man. Like the brother just read in 2 Ezra chapter 5 about that iniquity has to increase, it has to keep going where it's gonna get to a point, like it says in the book of Job, it's gonna get to that bounds that he can't pass, man. You see, and once he reached that point, then that destruction is gonna happen. Then it's gonna fall suddenly, man.
That's
You see, but let me read. I'm gonna read verse 10, Revelation 18 and verse let me see. Well, I start at verse 8. It says, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, suddenly, man. You see, death and mourning and famine." You see, so that lets you know there's going to be things, particular plagues and you know, and particular plagues and things, and you know what I'm saying. Well, people gonna die in masses before the actual fire hits this place. Because right after it says, "And she shall be utterly burned with fire." So before the actual destruction of the thermonuclear missiles, you're gonna have, you know, famine, pestilence. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have the plagues like Yahweh Shah said he's gonna bring again upon Egypt in 2 Ezra chapter 15. You see, you're gonna have what the Egyptian versus Egyptian. You're gonna have all these things take place, all right, before that actual thermonuclear destruction, man. But it says, "And she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord God who judgeth her," man. You see? And then I'm gonna jump down to 10. Well, real quick, go back to that, bro.
All right. Let me see. 2 Ezra 5 and verse 4. But if the Most High grant thee to live, thou shalt see after the third trumpet that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night.
One more time, read that one more time. So.
Okay, 2 Ezra 5 and 4. But if the Most High grant thee to live,
That's going into what? The elect. You see? Keep going.
Thou shalt see after the third trumpet that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night.
Yeah, you can read about that. You can read about that going into the destruction. You can read about that in Revelation chapter 8. You see, when it talks about the missiles hitting this place, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that sun and moon, you know, it represents, you know, wisdom. You know what I'm saying? But they also go into the sun, the signs in the heavens, man.
Right.
You see? But keep on, bro.
I say, like you say, those signs. See, what the signs do is build up, because the Lord has made a movie. You know, it's like a movie. It's a masterpiece that the Lord has created. You ain't gonna watch the Matrix and go right to the end and just watch the final fight. You ain't gonna know what the hell going on. So the Lord had built these things up to basically set these signs up for who? For his men to realize the time they're in, and basically give them an understanding on how to conduct themselves and how to move about in these times to come. You know, and have that faith that he's gonna guide us. You know, and plus what? Give warning. The Lord said give warning on what's to come. So we're supposed to be seeing these signs and calling them out. And as we show these signs that are coming about, we're going to see things are going to start getting ramped up. Things will start getting worse upon here, especially in Babylon the Great. You're going to have the people waxing worse and worse. So you go on the highways now, people drive crazy as hell. You know, Gun, when I said, you know, people, they ain't, you know, they don't say excuse me or anything now. They waxing worse and worse. So the Lord said these days was going to come before that the destruction come about, and it's like it's gonna. Hey, it's things gonna get way worse before the thermonuclear destruction come about.
That's right. Go ahead, bro.
God. 2 Ezra 5 and 4. But if the Most High grant thee to live, thou shalt see after the third trumpet that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day.
Keep going.
Verse 5, it says, and the blood shall drop out of the wood, and the stone shall give his voice, and the people shall be troubled.
Yeah, so that blood shall drip out of the wood is going into that destruction, man. You see, because when that blast take place, man, you know what I'm saying? When that missile is going, just look at videos when you see like a bomb going off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see, it's completely just obliterates something, right? It obliterates wood and whatever you know what I'm saying, whatever is surrounding it, man. You look at all the, the Esau testing the thermonuclear, the atomic bomb. You see
Right.
the fucking house, the trees just like explode, man. You see where that's going into the people, you know what I'm saying? When they get hit with the missile, their body just basically gonna implode and everything, the wood, and it's gonna be mixed, you know what I'm saying, all together, man.
Yep.
You see, their blood is gonna splatter and mix with the pieces of body. It's gonna be totally obliterated right along with the wood, man. You see, it's gonna be mixed and mingled together, man. You see, and it says, and the stone shall give his voice going into these different buildings, you know what I'm saying, being destroyed. The sound of the rocks, buildings collapsing, man. Right. You see, and it says, and the people shall be troubled, yeah, because it's gonna be something that happened, like because it's never happened before, man. This destruction, this second death that the scriptures talk about, it never took place on the planet Earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Esau dropped the fat boy and what was that? Little man.
Yeah.
See, but those are nothing compared to the weaponry, these missiles that he has right now, man.
Right.
You see? But keep going, bro.
Kind of 2 Ezra 5 and 6. And even he shall rule whom they look not for that dwell upon the earth.
Now, who is that going into? Well, that's going into us. So the 144,000, 12,000 from each tribe, man. Brother, the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. You know what I'm saying? It says, how is he accounted among the can the brother grab that real quick? Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
This is Sirach 11 and 5. Many kings have sat down upon the ground,
Go ahead.
and one that was never thought of have won the crown.
You see it? So they never thought, you know what I'm saying? Because ain't that in Lamentation where it says, is this the city that is called the perfection of beauty? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They look at us like we ain't nothing, man.
Right.
You see? But they just don't know that the Lord is dealing with the lowly, man. You know what I'm saying? He's dealing with the nation of Israel, man. These people that is at the bottom right now. You see? And these same people at the bottom, he's gonna, like the scriptures say, man, the first shall be last, man, and the last shall be first, roughly paraphrasing.
That's right.
You see? So these same men who they not looking for, who these people passed on the highways and byways and scoff and mock, all on the comment board talking shit. Y'all got no dresses, this and that, whatever they want to say, man. They're not looking for us to rule, but that's exactly what's gonna happen, man.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
You want to get the Wisdom of Solomon?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 5, verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand up in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labor.
Keep going.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for.
Yeah, they, like the brother just read, they weren't looking for what we, they weren't looking for the chariots.
Right.
They weren't looking for us to be beamed up, man. You see, but they gonna see it. Revelation chapter 11 tells you that their enemy beheld them. So these people are gonna see firsthand, all right, the deliverance of the elect, man. You see the salvation of the 144,000 and that large multitude, man. Keep going up.
Verse 3, it says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach.
Yeah, going back to what the brother read in 2 Ezra chapter 5 and verse 6. And he shall rule whom they look not for that dwelleth upon the earth, man. You see? These, like I said, these same people that scoffing and mocking at us, man, you may be looking at your future rulers, man.
Right.
You see? We can go back to that. We can go back.
Can I get a quick kind of land back on that? This is 2 Peter 3 and verse, I get right to the point. It says verse 3 and 3. It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as were from the beginning of creation. And you're going to have them when they asking when, because we're out here telling you to repent, turn your ways. Hey, the day of the Lord is at hand. And people now, they like I said, they scoff at us. You've been talking about this, from our apostle on down 30, 40 years. Now y'all out here doing it too. Where's the promise of this coming? Well, these signs and these tokens that are showing the signs of him getting to come upon the land, all right, to come upon the earth, all right. Second Ezra 9 said the Lord is going to measure the times, and I think I mentioned it earlier, that these times and the times that we're at now, knowing this, that the Lord will start visiting the earth which he made. So these signs we're seeing these times about to happen. And the Lord, what is that, in April, the Lord's going to really show us a sign going into that eclipse.
Oh, yeah.
You had that boxer Ryan Garcia. What he was saying, people saying he bugging out. But hey, he's going and telling you, hey, something's going to go down in April. All right. He said he got the inside scoop. Do we know? We don't know. But if he got the inside scoop, but we know that the men of the Lord, we have the inside scoop. We know what's about to come about. We can't tell you the exact time and hour, but we telling you it's close.
That's right. I can go back, bro.
Second Ezra chapter 5 and 6 in the KJV. And even he shall rule whom they look not for that dwell upon the earth. And the fowl shall take their flight away together.
Yeah, so when it's thermonuclear, when these missiles hit, you know what I'm saying? These birds, these different, fowls, like the brothers reading, they're gonna flee.
Right.
You see, just like animal has, they have a different state. They more in tune with the earth, man. Just like take for example, like when an earthquake happened, these animals, if you're paying attention to the signs of an animal, they'll let you know. Like a dog, they'll know before something actually takes place, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And these birds are gonna flee away, man. You see, when this destruction happens. Keep going, bro.
Okay. There was a scripture, Salakia. There's a scripture in Hosea.
While you're looking, I would say, like, you have even like cattle. When they seek danger, something coming, they gather up in a huddle. And it's funny because what's been going on the last year, so people are showing these different signs with these different animals just walking around in circles and doing all that. Yeah, these are signs as well.
Yeah, good point, bro.
And then you have this some bonehead niggas like, what's that? That's crazy, eh?
Yeah.
What game? What's the channel game on? They won't pay attention to that. That's what. But that's like you say, you gotta have a spiritual eye to actually see that to know what's really going on.
Yep.
Second Ezra chapter 5 and verse 7. And the Sodomite sea shall cast out fish and make a noise in the night, which many have not known, but they shall all hear the voice together thereof.
One more time. Read it one more time, bro.
Second Ezra 5 and 7. And the Sodomite sea shall cast out fish.
Yeah, when you actually look up the Sodomite Sea, all right, it goes into that sea that's right on the coast of Sodom and Gomorrah, man, known as the Dead Sea. You see, and nothing actually lives or grows in that particular body of water because the salt content is so high that nothing can survive in it, man. You see, and it says when this happens, you know what I'm saying? It says that the Sodomite sea shall cast forth fish, man, and that in itself is going to be a sign. You see, how is this? You know what I'm saying? How does it happen, man? A sign that they cannot be explained. Because when all this stuff, when the Lord really starts touching this place, it's going to be a lot of things that people can't explain.
Right.
You see this taking place, man.
Right.
You see? But keep going, bro.
If I can also add, because this is spiritual Sodom, Revelation 11 and 8, and Revelation 17 and 15 speaks about how this is like how, the nations of people is likened unto waters. You see, and men are also known as fish, Ecclesiastes 9 and 12. So this great destruction is going to come here in spiritual Sodom. All right. Well, like I just quoted Ecclesiastes 9 and 12, for man knoweth not his time, just as fish is taken in evil net knoweth not their time when it follows suddenly upon them. So the people is going to be the fish as well, man. It's going to be taken in a great number by the Lord's net. So
read that one more time.
And the Sodomite sea shall cast out fish, and make a noise in the night.
Yeah, so it's gonna cast out fish. And other bodies of water, particular bodies of water is gonna do the same thing, man. Because you got when you read in Revelation 8, it goes into that. It goes into you know what I'm saying, how these missiles are going. It goes into wormwood, or the particular missiles that's gonna contaminate the waters, man. Which you can tie what we read right now onto that, man. All right, Revelation chapter 8. You see. It talks about how the third part of the animals in the sea were gonna die, man. Right. You see, but keep going, bro.
It says verse 8. So like I ain't finished verse 7. And the Sodomite sea shall cast out fish and make a noise in the night, which many have not known, but they shall all.
Many have not known, man. You see, because this particular destruction that's getting ready to take place, man, that second death, it never happened before, man.
Right.
You see, that's why it's called the second death, man. That's how destructive it's gonna be, man. It never what the Lord is about to do to the planet Earth, Babylon the Great, all right, another particular parts of the planet Earth that's gonna be touched by missiles. It's never happened before, man.
Right.
You see, that's why it says in Joel, it says, you know what I'm saying, there's a mighty people. You know what I'm saying? That basically after it's not gonna be none like them after. You see, so once these particular weapons are used, it's not gonna be. You know what I'm saying? They were created for one purpose, man. You see, I forgot to pull that too up in Jeremiah. What is that? Jeremiah 50. Or Isaiah 54, where it talks about the waster to destroy. Going back into what we read in 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 3, man. How it's gonna be suddenly wasted. Well, what's gonna waste it? Those thermonuclear missiles, man. Isaiah 54, right? Yeah, 54, man. You see, you got it. Yeah, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 54 and 16. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument of his work. And I have created the waster to destroy."
And that waster is these thermonuclear missiles, man. You see, and like it says in Joel, it's a great people, and there's gonna be none like it after. You see, because these different particular missiles that they making, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be used for their destruction, man.
Right.
You see. And it's gonna be a one-time thing, man. It's gonna be destructive, man. Something that the planet Earth have never seen before. Just like during the time of Noah, when the Lord flooded the earth, man. When it rained, and the Lord opened up the deep, and He opened up the windows of heaven, man. You see, that never happened before. You see?
Right.
Let's go back to the 2nd Ezra chapter 5. Go ahead.
Hosea 4 and 3 in the NLT, I found it. That is why your land is mourning, right? And the reason is because when you read the first and second verse, because there's no knowledge in the land. So with there being no knowledge in the land, it affects the wildlife and everything around it. It says that is why your land is mourning and everyone is wasting away. Even the wild animals, the birds of the sky, and the fish of the sea are disappearing.
Hey, yep. So going back to let me make this point too. But what we read right here in 2nd Ezra chapter 5, this is talking about in different places, other places in the planet Earth. But you got to remember in verse 3, America was destroyed already.
Right.
It said it was completely destroyed. So this is going to be taking place in other particular parts of the earth, man. Because once America gets destroyed, it's going to fuck up the supply chain. All that shit is going to be fucked up. You can read about that in Revelation chapter 18, man. Yeah. Real quick.
They could be basically whining like, damn, we was living lavish actually, So like I said, these other kings are gonna hate the whore, but yet they're gonna be well over. They're gonna be well over Babylon, because you got to think everybody, all these other heathen nations have took part of the power that Esau set up here in Babylon.
Yep. I got this in Revelation 18. I want to read it in the NLT. Revelations 18 and 8. It says, "Therefore these plagues will overtake her in a single day, death, mourning, and famine. She will be completely consumed by fire. For the Lord God who judges her is mighty, and the kings of the world who committed adultery with her and enjoyed her great luxury will mourn for her as they see the smoke rising from her charred remains. They will stand at a distance, terrified by her great torment. They will cry out, how terrible for you, O Babylon, you great city! In a single moment, the Most High's judgment came on you. The merchants of the world will weep and mourn for her, for there is no one left to buy their goods, man." Yeah. You see, going into what we're reading right now, there's going to be great confusion. You see, because once Babylon is destroyed, man, this is going to throw the whole world into chaos, man. Yep. You see,
if I can add too, right before you go to that, these people are going to be looking like, who's going to guide us now? America has been that entity that everybody, has what's the word?
Flock to.
Basically flock to. Yeah. So America has been that thing, man. So like the Quran is going into, that's going to throw everything off. These people are going to be looking for somebody to lead them at that point. You know what I'm saying? Which of course we all know the elect at some point is going to be beamed back down to the earth. And then of course the nation of Israel and without, via our big brother Yahushua is going to reestablish the nation of Israel as that upper echelon nation in the earth, man. I'm saying? So the nation of Israel is going to be the ones who's going to guide from that point.
That's right. Go ahead, brother.
2 Ezra 5 and 8, it says, there shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places.
Yeah, because these wild animals are they're gonna have to move to places that are they can inhabit, man. You see that where they can find food, man. Just like now, you know what I'm saying, you have particular animals, you know what I'm saying, because Esau is cutting down the forest and building houses. They're starting to come into residential neighborhoods trying to find food. Well, when this destruction happens, these animals are going to change their places, man. You see, to seek food, trying to seek water, because like I said, going back into Revelation chapter 8, it goes into that thermonuclear destruction. It goes and it causes one particular, I think it's like in verse 8, it calls it wormwood, man.
Yeah.
Which basically means what? Bitter. You see, because the waters are going to be contaminated, just like we're reading how the Sodomite she is going to cast out fish. These particular other bodies of water, once these missiles hit, these animals are going to die, man. Because what? There's going to be a thermonuclear fallout, man. You see, which is going to eventually cause a nuclear winter, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Which is going to what? It's going to cause people to starve. You know what I'm saying? Going back into that confusion, like we read in 2 Ezra 5 and 8, man. You see? But keep going, bro.
I'm like the book of Eli out here.
Yeah, real talk, man, because that's what he said, bro.
Mhm.
When he was with the chick, you know what I'm saying, after they left the town and they were sitting there and she was asking him about like the book, and then he said, and he told her, like, look, he said, you know, he told her about the destruction. He said after people came out after a year, well, when you actually look into it, man, it only take like real quick. Let me pull it up, bro. I don't want to be capping, but real quick. So I just looked it up. How many nuclear missiles does it take to cause a nuclear winter? So I looked it up. It says a nuclear war using as few as 100 weapons anywhere in the world could disrupt the global climate and agriculture production so severely that the lives of more than 2 billion people will be in jeopardy from mass starvation. You see, and we know it's going to be 200 million.
Yeah.
You see, so imagine. And you gotta think about it too, man. Real quick, let me look at it because I looked it up when I was, you know what I'm saying, going over this. It says, I just Googled how long is a nuclear winter. It says, no one knows for sure how long the aftermath of a nuclear winter would last. It is projected that a nuclear winter could last anywhere from a few weeks to a few years to, in worst case scenario, which this is going to be the worst case scenario, because the Lord, like I said, the Lord likened this destruction unto the second death. That's how destructive it's going to be. And 200 million warheads, that's the worst case scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
It says in the worst case scenario, a decade or more. You see, the decade is 10 years. It can take up to 10 years for the planet Earth, you know what I'm saying, to be sustainable for people to grow food. That's why billions of people are going to starve to death, man. That lets you know, too, that we're going to be up, Lord willing, we're going to be up in them chariots for a minute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It might not seem long to us, but because we're going to be outside of time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to be a God. The Lord going to make us gods, and we're not going to be confined to this thing that we know that's known as time, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't put time on eternity. You know what I'm saying? On everlasting life, man.
Right.
You see? So we're going to be up there, when you read the 2 Ezra chapter 2, it talks about the crowning period, and it goes, and what Ezra seen, Yahweh shall crown in each of the 144,000. Well, that may not even seem long to us, but down here on the planet Earth, and we just read, but we just pulled up the information. It's gonna be years past. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be trillions. Why you think they're at least building bunkers? They ain't building bunkers for a missile to drop and then they come out the next day. No, they supplying food up in that bitch for years, man, because they know. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you read Revelation, the 6th chapter, going into how they hid themselves in those dens. You go into that Greek word for den. I don't remember the Greek word, but the definition is resorts. So it's resorts down there.
Yeah.
Like, they got like swimming pools. They got
they got
pool
everything.
tables. So like you said, they plan on being down there for a long time. And in that process of time, Abaratazah, that's us being crowned. It could be the Lord's will. All right, when we come back down, that's why Ezekiel the 39th chapter says we're going to have to seek out men for continual employment to bury the dead bodies. Like continual employment, meaning like these nations, y'all gonna be busy as hell, man, burying dead bodies for a long time.
Bro, yeah, they're looking like 9/11 or these different events that had happened and brought forth death upon the earth in these times. Sometimes it takes months for them to go through and find bodies and things like that, going through all the rubble and things. Just imagine when all this happens, it's going to be masses and masses of bodies that's going to be upon the earth. You know, it's going to be so many bodies. And like I said, now you got all these compartments of magma and different things that's going to come up after these missiles hit. You gonna have like the fire coming down again. You gonna have fire coming up. You have people that's gonna be melted in things. They have to dig them up, go through, probably take up a lot of these different, like I say, ashes, and you know how magma freezes up and get hard. You may have some bodies sticking out like that a little bit. You know, it's gonna. You gotta nail it and get it up.
Yeah,
get it up.
Yeah, this ain't no fairy tale. Cause they think that the kingdom just gonna just like miraculously appear. Howard Shah, he's just gonna stretch out, you know, his rod and scepter, and everything just, you know,
like,
got the kingdom. No, bro, this is real fucking life we dealing with on this actual planet. So at the detail that the brothers are going into, scrape the motherfuckers' head off the concrete with shovels, you know, getting their guts up, and you know, Big Shirley tongue over there, you gotta get that.
Yeah.
You know,
which the Lord, if He wanted to, could do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But He don't want. He want these niggas to work, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
What did Esau say? Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah.
The kingdom ain't gonna be built in a day.
Yeah.
All right. That's what's gonna. Yeah.
Oh, years.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yep. Man. Okay, we can go back, bro.
God. 2 Ezra 5 and 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and mischievous women shall bring forth monsters.
Yeah, see, these mysterious women are gonna bring forth monsters, man.
They're talking about retarded shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Talking about deformed children. Just look at what Esau did to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They still affected by that to the day, to where these women over there getting pregnant and their children are coming out deformed, man.
Right.
How much more when this massive judgment happened, be these thermonuclear missiles, man, and that radiation fall, that nuclear fallout happens, man. But these women are gonna be giving birth, and these women that's getting pregnant during these times, that, you know what I'm saying, on the particular parts of the planet Earth. Like I said, Babylon the Great is gonna be out of there, man.
Right.
See, we going into what's taking place elsewhere on the planet Earth right now, man. You see,
Right.
there's gonna be a fallout everywhere, man. And these particular women who get pregnant during that time, they're gonna be giving birth to monsters, man.
Mm-hmm.
The hill has eyes, little niggas, man. You know what I'm saying?
You see that episode of Family Guy when they went swimming?
Yeah.
They went swimming in that right below that factory, it's like a little pool.
Yeah.
They came up with fucking 3 eyeballs.
Yeah, straight up, bro.
Yeah. 2 Ezra 5 and 9. And salt water shall be found in the sweet.
Yeah, you see, salt water shall be found in the sweet, going into that contamination, like it says in Revelation chapter 8. Real quick, I'll get it, bro. Let me quote it. Slide it real quick. Revelation chapter 8. Slide it.
You want me good?
Let me see. I'm there. Revelation chapter 8 and verse 10, it says, and the third angel sounded, and there was a great star from heaven burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of water. You see, it says, and the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. That contamination, man, from that radiation. You see, and people are gonna be drinking this water because there ain't gonna be shit that ain't gonna be no water to get, man. It says in 2 Ezra chapter 6, real quick. 2 Ezra chapter 6, I think it's like around 20. 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 24, it says, and at that time shall friend fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein, and the springs of the fountains shall stand still. And in 3 hours they shall not run, man. Yeah, that's going to be a drought. That drought that's going to take place, man. Via what's going to take after the destruction, man. You see, there's going to be a drought, man. These people are not going to be able to get water like that.
Right.
That's why it's going to be salt water that's found in the sweet, man. You see, when you look at salt water, you know, when somebody's stranded out at sea, they surrounded by all that water, but they can't drink it.
Mm-hmm.
You see, because if they drink it, that shit, it got that level of salt in it, it'll destroy you.
It'll make you even more thirsty.
Yeah, it'll make you dehydrated and niggas start going crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, no, go ahead.
I was like, you see that in the movies, you know, like certain movies that have people like stranded out there on a little small boat, you know, a period of time, like they start getting delusional, and one dude may wake up other dude up there drinking water, you got to pull them out from getting that water.
Yeah.
Why? Because they know they're gonna end up dying. That's how they want. It'll get to a point where nobody will be able to find water. They know the water contaminated, but they're gonna end up just start gobbling it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
going back into the book of Eli, man. You see what happened after that? Well, after the you know what I'm saying, the missiles hit and everybody came back out. You know what I'm saying? When he went to the town, what did the dude say? They had alcohol on deck.
Yeah.
When the nigga said I want some water, he said, "Oh, you want the good stuff."
Yep.
You see, they had to go deep in the ground to get that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They couldn't just get it on surface level because the shit was contained. It was fucking a drought too. It was a fucking drought. Like we just read in 2 Ezra chapter 6, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go back to that, bro.
2 Ezra 8 and 9. So like the 2 Ezra 5 and 9. And salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another.
Yeah, well, we just read in 2 Ezra chapter 6, man. Friends shall fight against her friend as enemies. You see, because they ain't gonna be able to grow crops. This nuclear winter's gonna be taking place. They ain't gonna be able to grow shit, man. Everything gonna be fucking contaminated. You see, they even show you that. They even show you that in the book of Eli when it first come on. The nigga was sitting. Nigga was sitting with that suit on, that gas mask, trying to catch that cat.
Yep.
It showed us that radiation, man. You see, a particular part they ain't gonna be able to really in particular parts ain't gonna be able to breathe the air, man. You see. Go ahead, Al.
And salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into its secret chamber.
Yeah, they ain't gonna know what the hell is going on, man. You see, and ultimately, hey, the elect is gonna be they're gonna be up there, man.
Yep.
Which is gonna be, don't the scripture say, hey, in Psalm 91, he that remaineth in the secret place of the Lord. What's the other one that you like to quote about joining to the chamber?
Isaiah.
Yeah. Going into that chamber for a little moment. You know what I'm saying? You see? He going up.
2 Ezra 5 and 10. And shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon earth.
Hey, because going back to that Luke 21, that perplexity, those lack of resources, this water not being available, everything being contaminated with a little shit that people do have. Well, what you think they're gonna be friends fighting against one another like enemies, man? You see, and the wickedness is gonna even multiply more, man. It's gonna be that dog eat dog mentality. You see, you going up?
And real quick, and that word inconsistency,
Incontinency.
it goes to like a person when shit hit the fan. That's like you can't control your bowel movement. It's good. They ain't gonna be able to control their bowel movement in that day because it will be so a dystopia state. People will be losing their mind.
Man.
This is Isaiah 26, start at verse 20. It says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut up thy doors about it. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed."
Yeah, you see, so when the elect is up in a chair, it's gonna be it's gonna just feel like a little moment. You see, but down here on earth, it's gonna be years past, man.
That's right.
You see, his time is gonna pass, man. You see, the scriptures tell you that a day with the Lord is as 1,000 years. You see, when the Lord changed the elect and give them that godly body, where these earthly, you know what I'm saying, things that we confine into is no longer gonna be able to confine us, man.
Yep.
We're gonna be broken out of this shit, man. You see, and these times that these people are gonna be confined in, they're gonna still be in that shit. And this is gonna a short period of time. We can come in there, hey, what's up, bro? I go outside and it's 5 years past, like the hyperbolic time chamber or something.
That's right.
I'm fucking Dragon Ball Z, nigga, going there for a day and it's like a year past. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's gonna be, man. You know?
Yeah, you got to think 144,000. Then you got the large multitude, but just crowning each member of the 144,000. Think that's a big number. Like even though that's a small number compared to the mass of humanity, all right, but 144,000 people, that's a lot. And then your Howard Shah, he's Judah, so he gonna add a show. You know what I mean? Well, that's not even including the marriage supper of the Lamb. We got to eat first.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna have a ceremony. So it's gonna be a while, man.
Oh, I got something for you real quick. Let me go to the try to find the slot here. Just a bad for the point up, man. All right, this is damn, is it in Corinthians? Let's see. Yep, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, and I'll start at verse 16 in the MSG. It says, "So we're not giving up. How could we? Even though on the outside it often looks like things are falling apart on us, on the inside, where the Most High is making new life, not a day goes by without his unfolding grace. These is the point. These hard times are small potatoes compared to the good time, to the coming good times. The lavish celebration prepared for us. There's far more here than meets the eye. Things we see now are here today, gone tomorrow, but the things we can't see now will last forever. But going back into, like we said, bro, you know, Yahweh Shai is Judah, so we're gonna show out that lavish celebration. It's gonna be a lavish celebration taking place up in the chariot, man.
Yep.
You see,
The big ass chariot.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know Yahweh Shai gonna be good, and this brother, this brother, he gonna go in a particular brother. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, this brother did this, that. Brother, you know the brothers want it. You know, brother want that pat on the back. You know, Yahweh Shai is gonna get it. We gotta wait right now. But if you get crowned, Yahweh Shai he's gonna acknowledge your sacrifice, man. What you did, like, hey, yeah, this is what he did, and you know he ain't gonna just here you go. You know what I'm saying? He gonna, hey, this brother, hey, he did this and that. You know what I'm saying? Just like a fucking a corner award show,
Like graduation.
Yeah, oh yeah, graduation, man. You know what I'm saying?
They kind of take their time. Like some of these fancy, you know, high end, Edomite schools, like they take their time. Like they, sometimes, it's like a high end school. They'll kind of give like a brief little history, like who the man's parent or woman's parents are, where they was born. So the Lord, can easily do a time lapse. Like, hey, he was a part of David's mighty men. He do like a whole summary of like your life from the very beginning all the way up to this.
Yeah,
144,000 people for that. You're like, that's gonna be a while, man.
Right. Yeah. We ain't gonna be in his mindset right now. You be like, hey, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We gonna be outside of time. We gonna be chilling. We ain't gonna be worried about
Don't have to rush for anything.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like, where you going? Shit, we got all eternity, baby.
Yeah. You gotta go ahead, bro.
Kind. 2nd Ezra 5 and verse let's see, what we verse 11 says, one land also shall ask another and say, is righteousness that maketh a man righteous gone through thee? And it shall say, no. At the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain.
Yeah, so these people ain't gonna have no hope, man.
Right.
You see? Just like I said, real quick, I got one, bro. This Job chapter 11. All right, in verse, I'll get straight to it. In verse 18, it says, but the wicked will be blinded, they will have no escape. Their only hope is death. You see? That's the only hope. The hope that these people do have is just gonna be to die, man. You see all this shit taking place on the planet Earth, no food, no water, just going through it, man. You see? They ain't gonna have they just gonna want to die, man.
Yep.
You know?
God. 2nd Ezra 5 and 12. At that same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper.
Yeah, ain't gonna work, man. You see? Ain't nothing gonna work for them, man. You see? So that's all I had. Hey, so with that, man, like I said, Lord willing, this lesson will edify. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, this keeps the fear in you, man. You know what I'm saying? To keep pushing, you know what I'm saying? Because these different tokens that we read about, it's about to take place on the planet Earth, man, real soon. We can see Yahweh Shai setting everything up, you know what I'm saying, to fall right into prophecy. Everything is falling right into prophecy, man. You see? So, Lord willing, you endure to the end, Lord willing, we do. So with that, I want to give all praises on that glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
no honors unto the apostles of the word, millstone and teacher who well, peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Take